Greetings and welcome to dbForge Studio for MySQL tutorials. phpMyAdmin is one of those go-to solutions that are always guaranteed to make it to nearly every list of top database tools dealing with the management and administration of MySQL and MariaDB databases. It is free, well documented, and while limited in features, it has a stable and flexible code base and a huge community around the world. But what if, despite being part of that community, you're seeking to expand your toolset to match your growing skills? What if you start working on more complex projects and face a broader set of tasks? Enter dbForge Studio for MySQL, a multi-featured IDE that most probably has everything you've been looking for. And you don't have to take our word for it. We'll show you the features that make dbForge Studio a far superior alternative to phpMyAdmin. So why do we think that dbForge Studio is worth switching to? Well, because it drastically expands your database development and management capabilities. The Studio speeds up your SQL coding with context-aware code completion, syntax validation, and formatting, enables flexible management of various database objects, gives you everything you need to view and edit your data, performs the debugging of functions, triggers, scripts, and stored procedures, integrates with the most popular version control systems, helps you compare and synchronize your database schemas and table data, greatly augments your data analysis and reporting, generates compliant dummy data for testing purposes, and creates full documentation for your databases. Now let's compare the capabilities of both tools in detail. Let us start with one of the most indispensable features of database tools, code completion. This is the key feature that helps you produce clean SQL code faster, and it's implemented in both tools. However, in phpMyAdmin, completion is limited to the basics and not much aware of the context. Meanwhile, dbForge Studio expands on the idea of intelligent, context-aware code completion, adding instant syntax validation to keep track of typos, predefined and custom snippets to help you code even faster, and flexible formatting to keep your output clean and easily readable. What if you need to edit database tables? You've got that feature in both tools. This is what it looks like in phpMyAdmin. And this is what it looks like in dbForge Studio. As you can see, the interface looks far more polished. But how do both tools fare when it comes to editing other types of database objects? For instance, MariaDB packages. Such functionality is absent from phpMyAdmin. On the contrary, dbForge Studio handles package management quite easily. What's more, the Studio offers editors for a variety of MySQL and MariaDB objects, including tables, views, packages, procedures, functions, triggers, sequences, and events. Next, we have the data editing features, well implemented in phpMyAdmin. There's nothing easier than opening the data grid and making your amendments in it. However, dbForge Studio is much more capable of making your work with MySQL data a breeze. You have all sorts of operations: viewing, editing, sorting, grouping, and filtering. What's more, you can apply the paginal mode to effectively handle a large number of records. Use cached updates to store your changes locally and then either apply or cancel them with a click, and even modify the visual representation of your records by enabling the card view mode, where each record is represented as a card that contains data. Any code needs debugging, including stored procedures, functions, and triggers. dbForge Studio provides a unique capability to debug code or scripts right away, without leaving the IDE. On the selected procedure, select the step-in command. Enter the parameters. Add the variable to the watch list. Stepping through the code, you can observe the changes in variables. This feature is absent from phpMyAdmin. It has never been easier to version control changes in database schemas and static table data with the Studio Source Control, an integrated feature that is compatible with Git, GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, Azure DevOps Server, SVN, and other popular version control systems. Source Control Manager is where it all happens. There, you get a comprehensive picture of all changes in objects and data. You can easily commit changes from your local database copy to the repository. You can view the history of local and remote changes for each database object. Finally, you can keep your local version up to date by getting the latest changes from the repository. This is yet another advanced feature that you won't find in phpMyAdmin. How about the comparison of databases? What if you need to find discrepancies in database schemas? dbForge Studio will help you out with an integrated tool called Schema Compare, which helps you find object differences between a source and a target database and auto-generate synchronization scripts for these objects. Now, how about something that helps you instantly locate, compare, and synchronize data differences in tables and views? You get it with Data Compare, again highly customizable and allowing you to view data differences per record in the most convenient way. In both Data and Schema Compare, you can automate recurring operations from the command line. These features are unavailable in phpMyAdmin. What about the analysis and well-designed presentation of your data? That's also something exclusive to dbForge Studio. First off, you can analyze your databases and detect logical errors with the integrated Master Detail browser. This feature allows you to view objects that are linked together with foreign keys or user-defined relationships, making it simple to identify specific records and maintain data integrity. The visual schema representation enables you to set up relations and quickly switch between views. Another feature that may be of use to data analysts is Pivot Table, which helps you summarize and reorganize selected columns and rows from multiple tables, giving you deeper insights into your data. To build a new pivot table, drag the required fields from the data source window onto the required areas. Now you need a way to present your findings, and this is where the Studio can offer a data report designer that transforms your data into a compelling, good-looking report. You can also create visual reports based on SQL queries, as well as save your reports in 10 different file formats. Another feature you won't find in phpMyAdmin is Data Generator, designed to help you generate any amount of column-intelligent, realistic data to test your databases with. Note that the integrity of your databases remains intact. The command line interface helps out with automation here just as well. Finally, we've got Documenter, a handy tool that generates clearly structured, searchable database documentation where you can find any required object effortlessly. Ready to try it all yourself? Get a free 30-day trial of dbForge Studio for MySQL. Just download it from our official website and see all of these features in action. That's it for today. Like if you've enjoyed the video, share your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe to our channel to get the latest database tutorials. Thank you for watching.